Good afternoon, everybody. It's Michael here with your next installment of the Supply and Demand Market Report. I hope you're all well and keeping safe. It's the 1st of December 2020, the last month of the last quarter of 2020. So I thought we'd go over some monthly charts so we can see where we've been, where we're at, and the potential levels going into the end of the year in 2021. So I've got up here a monthly chart, and these are our daily charts that we used for the last video. So you will see some lines as we go through them. So let's start with the usual suspects. We'll start with the US dollar. So we can see that overall the US dollar has been flat. We talked about that trend moving down in the last video a few days ago. So we are closer to the bottom of the range now that we've been in. There's still room to go to around the 90-60 level-ish, where we expect that there will be some attempts to buy this market. Whether they manage to turn the trend is another matter entirely, but we're anticipating there will be buyers down into there when we get there, if we do get there. Looking up into this level here, there is a potential supply zone on a smaller time frame, although it's been tested. So confirmation entries there will probably be advisable if we do ever manage to get up into that level. That's where I would be looking for opportunities. And looking at the opposite, the euro, similar picture. We're pushing up, trying to turn into an uptrend. We still have to take these highs up into here. We have to take these highs here out first, ideally, and then we'll be for definite and in an uptrend. We have supply up there, potentially demand being created, just like we saw in the opposite in the dollar. And we've got this very wide, ugly structure demand zone below us. Okay, so potentially getting up into that level. There will be buyers around these levels if we do push up. So we'll watch that into 2021 and see. And going into the British pound, similar picture to the euro, but not as strong. Obviously, it's also trying to push higher. We still have to take out these highs to confirm that change in momentum to the upside. But you can see on the daily chart, we are struggling where we are now, with sellers trying to come in at these levels up in here. The monthly supply is up here, and the demand is down here. Some of you may even want to draw it like that. So that's the pound US dollar levels going into the end of the year. Looking at the New Zealand, which has been quite a strong pair. You can see it on the daily. It's been quite a strong pair for the last 6 months or so. We are sitting into very, very small monthly supply zone there. We're sitting right into it. What we haven't seen yet is any evidence of sellers coming in. We are just wondering if we do get a sell-off from here, whether this will be the area that will cause the new low for the next push-up, in which case then we would have higher highs and higher lows. Just a thought. There is also demand down in here, but we're going to have to get through this before we can make it down there. So we're definitely not in an area where we'd be looking to take new long positions. If we're long already, we may be considering scaling back on some of those longs given where we are. There is some supply up in here. It's not the greatest, lots of tested levels. The fresh supply is not until up into this area here. Looking at the indices, starting with the S&P 500, keeps pushing to new all-time highs. We made a new all-time high close in November, and we're, for now, the first of the month, still up into that area. So we'll see what happens in December and beyond. We do have some demand into this level now. We just want to wait and see if December shows us the market accepting that imbalance and staying up into this area, and then we'll see. It'll make it for higher probability for any potential pullbacks. But for now, there's no supply overhead, so we just continue to follow this trend up until the markets tell us otherwise. Okay, going down under, we are sitting into monthly supply in the Australian market, and you can see the evidence of that in that we've started to remove daily demand levels. We marked these levels in the last video a few days ago. The lower level has worked and it's pushed prices up. We do have sellers up into here now, so just an idea for me to keep looking at this area and see if we can get any selling going on in there. We may be able to jump on board. We are sitting in monthly supply, so it's not too surprising that sellers are trying to take control. This market overall has not been as strong in my view as the US markets. I'm not sure there's any market that's been as strong as the US markets, but we do have demand down in here. So not the greatest place to be initiating long positions. The potential for shorts is there. So we'll see what the markets bring if the opportunities arise. Looking at the Nikkei, pushing higher. And we have rally demand zones below us that we can engage with if we do get a pullback into these areas. So really good looking levels there, tying up with the break to the area that broke to new highs. So great opportunities there if we get a pullback, if and when we do get a pullback. Okay, going further now in Europe into the DAX. So we can see the DAX is sitting up into these all-time, not even all-time. Let me just take out these lines. We've kind of traded through these. We talked about this in the last video. So all-time is up into here. We have a little bit of demand still right at the extreme, so we'll see what happens up into there, but we are still again not seeing much evidence of the sellers being able to wrestle control from the buyers. We have big demand zones holding still and pushing higher after that huge break in March following the fears around the coronavirus. So we're back up into this area now, a big band of resistance up into here as well. So we just need to see the sellers do start taking control to give us that evidence that selling is taking hold. For now, the buyers are fully in control, despite the fact that we are up into these previous highs. The United Kingdom, the weaker sister, languishing low down here. The others, as you've seen, are pushing past their all-time highs. We are sitting into some daily supply and trying to turn this market. Every time we've tried to sell off, buyers have continued to try to hold it, and we're really nowhere. The levels are all previous band of support down here, band of resistance up here, fresh demand is there, and we do have actually we don't know on this time frame anyway. So that's what we've got for it. I don't see any other levels now, not on this broker anyway. Okay, nothing much doing right now. We'll see what 2021 brings for this one. Nat gas also not really doing much. We've created demand here that we've tested straight the next month, and it's gone to new highs, taken out the sellers who were in here. It's still overall drifting downwards. If I just put these arrows on, it's still overall drifting downwards. So we'll see what happens if we do manage to push previously tested levels up into here, tested level, some in here. Let me get the right tool. Some supply in here, but again, it's tested, not the greatest. So if we start to create rally-based rallies and we start pushing, there may be opportunities to buy pullbacks if this is indeed the turn. If we pull back straight now, then we'll be looking for potential buys into that area. But the supply is above is not great, which is a positive for the long position if one is inclined to go long. Okay. Crude oil pushing into supply, higher highs and higher lows. Momentum is up, trying to change also the trend. we are holding. You can see the daily chart. We are holding up into their demand below us. So we'll see. Not the best place to be going long, but is it time to go short yet? We haven't seen any indication of that happening just yet. Going to the silver market, supply above us, demand below, caught in the middle. On the daily chart, we are sitting in a little bit of supply as well. So we'll see if that holds. Given the strength that I'm seeing in the gold market, it's very possible that in the longer term anyway, that supply zone we just saw in the silver market may not hold. We talked about gold last week. We were looking at these two lower levels, preferred them to this one because of the profit margin. Then we came down, created a drop-based drop, and we're sitting right bang into it right now. So again, not yet time to be going long gold. We're sitting in supply, so you guys know we never go long into supply, but the monthly demand zone has been reached, and we are now seeing if the monthly zone takes control and the buyers wrestle that control from the sellers. We're going to see that on the smaller time frames first. Okay, so that's it. We made it to the bottom of the list. We got to the end of our list. So thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for clicking that like button so the algorithms can pick up the videos. I appreciate your emails, and for those of you who have been in touch requesting information on the one-to-one mentoring sessions or the video course, I've replied to you. If you are interested in any material that we have, whether it's the 7-part video course or the one-to-one mentoring sessions, just email me at storehouseanalytics@gmail.com. I look forward to the next video. Take care of yourselves. Stay well. Stay safe. Bye, everybody.